Greetings to you all, my name is Spoorhacker and in this video we're going to review the Ferryman issue 1 by Sean Campbell. Sean Campbell is an indie writer from Greenville, South Carolina, who also does video production, some broadcasting. He also writes screenplays and novels, aside from comic books. This is the first issue on Indiegogo that I supported, at least one of his projects I supported back in 2018. So yeah, I decided maybe I support his second issue as well. His second campaign, which I did this year, and I also received his digital copy since the shipping costs to my country are quite expensive, so I decided to go with the digital one instead. So basically, it's yeah, we had some also had some contact back and forth about the fact that I never received the first one until Wednesday, but yeah, on Wednesday I sent him a mail and to ask him if why I never received this first issue, and yeah, he also sent me a message back or an email, said that he hated to keep people waiting, but it's also partly my fault for not telling him in time. But yeah, he handled it like a pro. He sent a quick response. He gave me this book of the Ferryman with an alternative cover. And yeah, I can't thank him enough for it. If more people were like him in this current comic book industry, in the current state that it is right now, it would have been in a better place, into a much better state, even with COVID-19 running around. Back to the book. It's a little bit of a sci-fi / cyberpunk story set in a dystopian future in 2051. Where a corporation controls the consciousness of the deceased after they die, and send them, they put their consciousness and their genetic information into an implant and send it into or upload into a cloud called the Glory. That's basically the afterlife. And yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Return of the Joker, where Tim Drake gets kidnapped by the Joker and Harley Quinn and gets tortured time and time again until he reveals all the secrets to him about Batman's secret identity, etc., his life, etc. And yeah, and so it also has some elements of the Matrix and Ghost in the Shell into it, and Black Mirror, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, it one of the leading characters called Miles Armstrong, spoiler alert, works for the corporation and is responsible for uploading the consciousness of the deceased to the afterlife. And yeah, but when one of his clients gets one of the clients of the corporation, one of the rich clients gets killed, he gets caught up in a conspiracy, and it goes from bad to worse from there. And yeah, also when it comes to the artwork, it's pretty good. It's decent to good. It's not on the level of Ethan Van Sciver or a guy, or from books like from the times of Hawkworld in the 90s. But it does a trick, and it's a good story. It's a good setup for the rest of the issues, and I can't wait to read the second one. The artwork could be a little bit inconsistent at times, especially with the how you say it, with the poster of the Glory. That's they use some colors in there that I personally wouldn't have used, but that's a small thing. But yeah, the color schemes could have been handled better, and if it's not for it is really a genre that you either like it or not. So it's up to you if you like I said in my channel, if you like it, good. If you don't like it, not. It's up to you to decide. And yeah, when it comes to the final verdict, I want to give it a special thanks for once again to Sean Campbell for the customer service and the quick response. And yeah, it's a good setup story. It's not necessarily a 19 out of 100 nor an 80 out of 100. It's a really good. It really sets up the story. There's not a lot of political influence into it. Not too much. It's not agenda driven or anything. It really shows the ethical questions you need to ask if this is responsible to for a corporation to upload your info into a microchip or an implant and send it into a cloud where you might come back as another person. It's a really good. It's not political at all. There's no pandering or anything like that stuff. It's a really good story for that. It's a decent story, or like, hear me now. It's a good story from it's a good start for the next 5, and I can't wait what happens in the next 5 issues. 70 out of 100. Really good start, and I can't wait to read more. Also, if you have tips for me how I can improve my videos, my recordings, or if you have more advice for me how to improve my work, leave it in the you can leave it down in the comment section. I also upload it to aside from YouTube, I also upload it to Bitchute, because YouTube could be a little bit problematic at times with the algorithms. So yeah, have a good evening, stay safe, Spore Hacker out.